Hi, I'm Dr. Sujya, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Application at Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. And today, the lecture video, we are just going to see how to attach a virtual box to the virtual machine and check whether it holds the data even after the release of the virtual machine. And this video is being created for the cloud learning beginners. And in the previous lecture series of the videos, we have gone through how to create a virtual box in a virtual machine, and this video is a continuation of that. The video has been that is the virtual box has been created. Now we are just attaching a virtual block to the virtual machine and checking whether it holds the data even after the release of the virtual machine. Okay, so before going into the cloud, we'll just see a glimpse of what are the system virtual machines and different types of virtual machines we have. So the system virtual machines are the virtual machines that virtualize an entire physical machine. Okay, for example, we can go with VirtualBox, VMware workstations, hypervisors. Here it runs on the full operating system such as Windows, Linux and Mac OS. So this will be running, the Windows, Linux, Macs will be on the physical part where the virtual machines will be installed, or the OS of it will be running on it. So which provides in hardware level virtualization, and this is basically used for testing, deployment and server consolidations. And next, going with process virtual machines. So this process virtual machines are the VM which runs on a single program or the process rather than a full operating systems. Here popular examples are the Java virtual machine, .NET CLR. So these are the popular process virtual machines. The key features of this is which provides the platform independent and execution for all the applications, and it is lightweighted when compared to other systems VMware, and this does not support, or this does not require the full OS requirement of the physical machine. So this is one of the advantage of this process virtual machines. So next, when we talk about the hypervisors, this run directly on the host hardware. So we need not install such ISO files for just going with virtual space. It runs directly on the host hardware. Example is Microsoft hypervisors and ESXi VMwares, and this is basically of high performance, and this is used in all the data centers. And what is the disadvantage of is it is more complex to manage. The features may be good, but the complexity is high compared to other virtual machines. Then container bus based virtual machines are, this is a lightweighted VMware. Here it often considers a VM alternate. Here examples are the Docker, LXCs, and so these are some of the popular things which we know very well. The pros of it is it's a fast startup and it is lightweighted. It does not requires much of the storage space of the hardware. The cons where it is shares the host OS kernel and it is very less isolated. So this is all about container based virtual machine. And then we are going with cloud virtual machines, which are very popular in the present scenario. Here this is very scalable and it's on demand, and wherever we go we pay as we go. So this is what is the popularity of cloud virtual machines. The popular examples are the AWS, Azure VM, then Google Compute Engine. So these are the popular cloud virtual machines which are very familiar and we are presently using on it. So this is all about the basic glimpse of the virtual machines. So now we'll be just going into the topic of the practical work. So here, as we discussed in the previous one, we have to just going to see a procedure how to attach a virtual box to the virtual machine and check whether it holds if the data has been released from the virtual machine. So for this, as we said, already we have created a virtual machine. Now we have to just power off the VMware. Once we power off the VM, we have to just go with the settings and we have to go with the storage, and on the storage part we have to just add the hard disk. So this is the working screen area. Just follow it, and then we have to just click on create or add the extra disk space. As we have discussed much more about the hardware configurations on the previous video, here we are just the same process which we are going to create. Here is we are just creating a disk space. Here I have just created a space of 500 MB. So this can be increased or it can be decreased based on the requirement of your application. Here we have to just go on with, once the configuration is set, we have to just click on with the finish button. Then once the configuration has been done, we have to give the start the VMware on the open terminal. Once we find the new device, we have to run the procedure. So this is the code which has been given below. This can be used for further processing. Okay. So next, once it is done, it will be just formatting the device, and there will be no partition. So this is all about, once the screen has been done, then we have to just go with the enter the password and wait until it goes. So the process will be just formatting the device, and it will be fixing us for a space, and then we have to just enter the password. Then we have to mount, we have to create a mount point by the given code, and then we have to write a test file. So this is the code which we have to just type there. Okay, so it has been given clearly. Then we have to run the process for the new storage. So this is what the code has been given here. Next, we have to just shut down the VMware just by going with power off from the menu. Then we have to start the VMware again. Then we have to remount the disk. Finally, we have to run the process. On next is, we have to just go with the verify persistence. So this is the code for verifying the persistence. And if you see the test.exe and its content, then the persistence has been confirmed. So this is the confirmation message for persistence. Thank you.